Hello, glad to have you here. Today we're going to discuss how to survive with your business intact when your day goes awry. And to be able to do that without beating yourself up, and then I have three major tips for you. So, when your day goes off awry, however you want to put it, when you've got these plans, you've got your daily method of operation. I'm sorry, this is slipping off of my computer, my little notes here. But yeah, so when you're having one of those days, and it could be a family illness, it could be something that just didn't go right in the business. It could be you had everything planned and something just, happened. That happens to us all the time in our everyday life, but we need to think about it as well in our business, and we need to be able to handle it in a really good way so that we can keep going and so that we don't beat ourselves up, so that we aren't super frustrated with ourselves because things go wrong. And there are a lot of famous people that have had, things continue to happen, and but they didn't let it stop them because they knew where they wanted to be, they knew what they wanted to do, and they went on to do those things because they did not let those things in life that can knock you down, that can cause you to trip and fall, that can cause you to fail. They did not let those things stop them because they knew they had a greater plan in mind for what it was that they wanted to do with their lives, with whatever it was that they were, like Thomas Edison and the light bulb, like the Ford, I can't remember his first name, but Mr. Ford, who, made all of the Ford, was the leader of having the Fords made, all these Ford cars, trucks, and whatever. There are just so many people. I've been listening to another book, and it's just really an awesome book, and it's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And so, I mean, I just have these names running around in my head, and I don't have like the first name or I'm missing the last name or whatever. But long short of it is, we can make our way through when our day just doesn't go right. It might be your week that doesn't go right, but don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what it is that you want to do, that you know in your heart that you are meant to do. So let me stop right there because I see I'm going on a tangent. But so for those of you that are coming on with me live, drop in where you're coming in from. Let me know how your day's going, what you think about this topic. And if you're catching us on the replay, the same thing. Just let me know where you're coming in. I'll give you a shout out. And I'm on a software that allows me to pull up the person that makes a comment, or if I can tell that they don't want to, a lot of people don't want to be known, and that's okay. So then I won't pull you up. But if you're saying hi and this is my opinion, then I'll pull it up and it'll just show at the bottom of the viewing screen that we're looking at. So let me introduce myself to those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. I name is okay, so I'm having one of those days, but I'm not gonna let it throw me off. So my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to come online, use social media to build their business, to get prospects, leads, and sales. And I do that in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, I use lead generation, as well as video marketing. And I use other modern, updated, trending strategies and tips. I also want to let you know that I'm going to put some information on the video when it's downloaded in the comment section. And it's one of the books that I started out with when I first started in this mentorship education company. It's taught me so much that I did not know because I'm a registered nurse. I had no business background, I had no marketing experience, nothing really like that. And so I had to learn a lot. And, to me, it was a great investment in myself because I did that when I went to college and when I went to nursing school. And this is another part of my journey. So that is what I do. I will have the information on the video for you when it's downloaded, and it's attraction marketing formula. And these are the people that actually in this company, I know the CEO, he's a friend and mentor and leader, and he's the one that wrote um, attraction marketing formula and continues to update it as needed. And so let me go on and get to my topic here. So when we're having you wake up in the morning, you don't know what's going to happen. You just, do whatever it is you do in the morning to get yourself set up for a good day, and you move on from there. Sometimes that's good enough and you can make it through the day without, stuff happening and, just things flubbing up and what have you. But sometimes there are things that will happen and they may throw your day off. So if you have, I'm going to start with my tips now. If you have a plan in place in your mindset, as well as, on in your computer, on paper. I know some people still like to use paper. I like to use the computer. Some people like their phone more than their computer. Whatever it is that you can pull up and then go from there and keep your day on track. And some things you may have to move, but let me go on and get to the first point I want to make. The first thing you need to do, because, and I've done this before, where I've, come in here and my computer wouldn't work and I'm getting ready for my live and I can't go live because my computer is not doing its due. And I can remember turning in circles, and it was like, and I think I was tearful as well as frustrated and really, really upset. And, that just wasn't helping anything. But at the time, I was just like, I can't believe this isn't working. What's wrong? And I try everything. You do all the things? But the one thing that I did not do was, and which I have learned to do since, is to calm myself down. Take some deep breaths if that's what works for you. Uh, Step away and take a minute to walk away. And and then also I use affirmations and pull use those to help pull me back in line. So there are things that you can do to calm yourself and get yourself back on track. So even if the computer isn't working, when you have all this emotion in there and you're losing it, it just makes it worse. And it's hard for you to understand. It's hard for you to see what's right there, So, and I've had sometimes where the answer has been right there, but I haven't seen it because I was so upset, so frustrated. So when you're doing that, try to take the emotion out of it as well. Try to not to wipe your tears. It's okay to cry, we're human. Cry, but don't cry too long. Wipe your tears. Take the emotion out of it, just push it out and say, okay, this is my business and this is what I got to do and this is the plan that I have. So, and you go from there. So that was number 1. Number 2, in my daily method of operations, I have been taught and learned well to prioritize in that. So I have like certain things that I know are my priorities, my non-negotiable things, those things that need to be done, that have to be done. And then I have, a number 2 category where these things need to be done, but I can move them to later in the day or the next day. And then I have the things in a third category, which is a lot, less important to that day. And so then I might push those to the next day, or even if I have to the next week. So when you have priorities, you can see what needs to be done so that you can get that done in the midst of whatever craziness is going on around you, and you can make it through this day, and you can make it through without the tears. You can make it through with being calm and using those priorities to help you. And I usually just go for priority 1 and go from there, and then I continue to calm myself, and then I can move things to where they are going to be able to go, and I'll be able to pick them up, later, either later or the next day or even the next week. So, priorities, really important. And then I have number 3, having a backup plan. So, planning is really important. Having a backup plan where I've seen and heard and experienced, leaders, mentors, um, other friends, other, entrepreneurs that I know and love well, that, just they've got a plan, they've got their stuff scheduled out in advance. They already have their posts scheduled, they have, whatever else it is that they have to do. If they, have things that need to be done, they've already got a lot of that done through planning and scheduling them. And you can schedule things in advance, and it's not a bad thing. It's something that keeps you on guard. And so say you wake up in the morning and you have something that's on your mind that you really would rather say or talk about, or you post, then that's okay. Then just, take that off the schedule that you have already planned for that day and talk about whatever it is. Because I feel sometimes that there are things that I wake up with, and for me, that's a sign for me that I need to talk about that thing that day. So whatever I had scheduled or planned, then I will just, not do that one and take it out so it doesn't get posted, or, like my lives, I just switch the topic and do what it is that I think is really going to help people that day. Because I think when I wake up with things on my mind, or I go to sleep with things on my mind of what I need to say, I'll make a note of it, and then I'll go to bed. And then in the mornings when I wake up and there's something on my mind, then I make a note of it, and then I just write out what it is that I want to say, so that I have some notes, just a little bit of bullet notes. And because you don't want to have something where you have to you have to read it, and I've been there too. I've had my stuff down, I'm like my head down and reading, or lifting up my notebook and reading. And reading's okay, but it's not what you want to do, especially if you're going live. You want to be able to make eye contact with those people that you want to make eye contact with. Is anybody getting any understanding from what I'm saying? Do you have any questions about anything that I'm saying so far? And that was the third one there, talking about planning and planning your posts so that when things go crazy, you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to post, I got to do this, I got to do that, because some things can be done in advance. And there are even stories that can be posted and planned, but I can't remember. There are some stipulations or whatever, but you can look into that, especially when you're online, and which is where most of us are nowadays. And I don't really see that changing really soon, but that's just me. So, I'm not seeing that anyone has any questions or comments or opinions at this point. Remember, you can always drop them in later. You might be busy, you might be listening to the training, but you're, busy doing something else at the same time. So, I understand if you want to come back and drop a comment, question, whatever that is, as well as those of you that are catching us on the replay. I hope this information was helpful for you. I hope that it gives you something to think about so that your days aren't so crazy. Some of the days that can just really go off and throw you off. I really hope that this gives you some a plan. It gives you a way to look at it differently, to pull off the emotion, put it out of the way, and be, more the business person and do the things that you have to do for those people that you truly want to help. So I will put the information on the video when it's downloaded in the comment section. And its traction marketing formula for me really opened a lot of doors, a lot of windows, a lot of thoughts into my mind that I had never thought about before. And it gave me a way to build my business in a way that I didn't feel bad about. It makes me feel good to be able to come online and do what it is that I do, and to be able to, meet people and grow and continue to grow my network. And, your network is your net worth. So if you don't have a network, get busy doing that. But I'm going off on another tangent, so I'm going to go on and get out of here. And looking at the time, so again, if you have any questions or anything, let me know. You can always messenger me in Messenger. And that's it. So talk soon. See you tomorrow. Bye now.